agency operations can feel very reactive.
So I have some thoughts on this video I want to share with you.
If you could just take a second to step back and re-center your focus, you could have greater visibility into your team's time and help you navigate some of that reactiveness and be more proactive. It starts with just two foundational key processes when it comes to operation. One, just getting all of your active work in a place where you have visibility. So understanding who's on those projects, what the budget is, what the timeline is, and what is the capacity required to service those. And not in like a very detailed or granular way, but just like, we think that maybe 10 hours for this project over the course of the next 3 weeks is what will go into this project.
One of the key things when you are shaping those initial ideas of what projects might be coming in, it's okay to guess. You should have been doing this long enough by now that you can guess a little bit. And some of the team members that you have are going to be a little uncomfortable with guessing, and that's okay. But they need to be a part of that process. But when you're shaping those initial projects, make sure you have the right people in the room. It can't just be leadership. You need to have people that are on the ground, the account people, the project managers, maybe even some of the leads, be a part of those initial shaping of what those projects are going to be. The other important piece is having a strong and regular cadence to those meetings. Meeting weekly is really important because in an agency environment, things change really fast. So you want to be meeting regularly with the right people to make sure that they are starting off their weeks in a way that they can be successful.
Once you get that initial state of the state with your current projects, it's about taking the next step with being proactive with your sales pipeline. Your sales team is working on a number of deals, some that have higher rate of or higher probability close than others. Take the ones that have the highest probability close and start thinking about who's going to be on those projects. Let's just start super simple. Let's put names, let's put roles, let's put maybe some estimated capacity onto those.
And when you're putting those names and thinking about that capacity, also think about the type of project it is. Is this a project that is just going to have a deadline and it's going to be done and shipped and out the door? Or is there going to be add-on work? Is there going to be maintenance? Is there going to be additional things? Keep that in mind as you're sort of shaping those projects, because you don't want to be caught off guard for when a deadline hits and your data is saying everything is going to end at this date, but your account team is telling you the client's going to re-up for another 3 months or 4 months. You need to start thinking about that now.
As you get into this weekly cadence of talking about the projects that are incoming in the pipeline, you'll find yourself being able to understand your team's capacity.
And that's the other important thing about shaping projects, is that to understand when you're going to have capacity and when you're not going to have capacity, you need to be planning and forecasting out further than just 2-3 weeks in advance. So if you're stressed out as an agency owner and you're not meeting with your team regularly to understand what your capacity is, what's happening with the work, if you're not making it a set part of the work that you do and how your business operates, then you're going to be more stressed out.
So again, it's about facilitating those weekly habits of mapping out your current projects, getting the foundation in place with a solid time tracking tool, and then starting to look at your projects in the pipeline and proactively talking about who's going to be on those projects, what's the length, what's the kickoff date, and what you might anticipate for your team's time and capacity going into some of those projects. Again, to build that forward-looking view of your team's capacity.
Parallax has a great planning guide. I'll include a link in the comments below where you can get some more information. I think you'll really benefit from it.